Welcome to Discover Indie Film. I'm Jeff Howard, and I have Kathy Meng with me on Zoom. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Jeff.
How are you? It's good to talk to you.
I'm good. Yeah, no complaints.
You are in Berlin. It's the late evening in Berlin, and it's afternoon for me here in Los Angeles, so that's why we're on Zoom. And you are on this podcast. People should listen to the one before this one in the podcast feed. I believe this one will be number 663. If they listen to the one before this in the podcast feed for Discover Indie Film, they'll get your interview where we get to know you and a bit of your life story and how you became a filmmaker, because your film Willow and Wu was at the Sherman Oaks Film Festival last year in December of 2025. And that film took home the Filmmakers Award for Outstanding Screenplay of a Short Film. That was both for you and your co-writer, Harry Bacon. And it also took home the Grand Jury Award for Best Cinematography of a Short Film for your cinematographer, Sanjeev Ravichandran. So, bravo on Willow and Wu. Is an excellent film. And if and when it's online, we'll have a link to it so that people can watch it if they listen to this podcast. It's very funny. Sometimes, every once in a while, not often, I look at like the podcast analytics and where it's being listened to. And like, I tell everyone this, like 2 months ago, someone in like Singapore listened to like 500 in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, wow, I hope they were using the links too and watching the people's films, because, but it's just funny. Like, people will just like find a podcast and start listening to it. It's very interesting how you just put an archive out to the world.
Who that is? Can you figure out who it is, or?
No data. It's maybe I should say, like, when I mentioned this mysterious person in Singapore, because it had to be one person, right? It couldn't have been like 200 people listening to 3 episodes each. It had to be one person binging it all. But
It's a small country. It could be the entire country listening.
True. Actually, someone I went to high school with is from Singapore, and he did move back to Singapore after graduation. So for all I know, it's Galen Yo. If it's you, Galen, thank you for supporting your old buddy from the 80s. But
Galen? Galen's that you?
Wouldn't that be funny? The funny thing is I quit Facebook, so I haven't chatted with him in a long time. But
Good for you for quitting Facebook. That's great.
yeah, I did. I didn't bother saying that. This isn't about me. So anyway, everybody, listen to the podcast before this one to get to know Kathy better. And now Kathy is going to answer the Discover Indie Film 4 questions, as I call them, which is name 3 films that you love, name an underrated film, name an overrated film, and finally name a lesser-known film for people to seek out. And I know it's like it's just supposed to be fun. So it's not like, don't feel pressure to name the best films of all time. Just fun answers. That's why I've tried to phrase it. It's funny when someone says to me, okay, my top three. It's so hard to do top 3. And I'm like, it doesn't say top 3. It says name 3 favorites. We know everyone has more than 3 favorites, but.
Yeah. I love The Master, Paul Thomas Anderson. I love Mean Girls. And the third, I love The Earrings of Madame D.
Oh, I don't know the third one. The Yearnings of...
The Earrings.
Oh.
Of Madame D.
Oh, wow. I don't know that one.
Fantastic.
Wow. What's is it European?
Yeah, I think it's like a French, maybe German co-production. But it's by Max Ophüls, who Kubrick has said to admire very much. And it's just, it's such a gorgeous, perfect movie. And the story really does revolve around this woman, Madame D's earrings. And Vittorio De Sica, who we all know from Bicycle Thief directing, is an actor. He plays the romantic interest in this movie. And he's just so charming, so gorgeous. It's like, how did this guy, well, he makes masterpieces and he's also a great actor. Like, wow, this.
Wow, interesting. Wow, I hadn't heard of it. 1953, French film from 1953. Wow.
And this, it's got such this lovely sequence where Madame D falls in love with the character played by Vittorio De Sica just through this ballroom dance sequence. And it's so beautiful. I can't, just as they're dancing, you see them falling in love. Like very little dialogue and the camera movements and
Wow, sounds excellent.
you have to. I've seen this multiple times, and it's timeless.
Wow, and it's from the Belle Epoque era of Paris,
Mhm.
right? Wow, okay. You've made me want to see it very badly.
You
And,
have to. It's
and needless to say,
gorgeous.
the Master in Mean Girls,
Mhm.
wonderful film too. Never snooze on Mean Girls, right?
Yeah, great.
Pretty much everything is in that film.
Yeah.
And God, the Master, just amazing. And talk about acting, but
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Rest in peace, Philip
I
Seymour Hoffman.
know Philip Seymour Hoffman in that film just it's amazing. Isn't it wonderful that Philip Seymour Hoffman got to be a movie star? I mean, I bet most Hollywood people would have looked at him and said, "You should move into the camera department."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's just yeah, brilliant.
Just brilliant, just brilliant. And whenever he acted for Paul Thomas Anderson, it was just special. Way back to Boogie Nights. All
Yeah.
right, for sure. All right. So question number two is a film you feel is underrated.
Underrated. I guess I think it came out last year, but then somehow not many people saw it. Juror Number Two by Clint Eastwood. I thought it was fantastic. And it just got dumped onto, I think, HBO Max, but I saw it in the theater. I was like, why isn't more people watching this? It's so good. It's like incredible script, really well acted. It's really compelling. I mean, also it's Clint Eastwood. I don't know. It really seemed like they dumped that onto streaming very soon.
Yeah, and sometimes if when they dump something on streaming, even if the streamer produced it and put the
Um,
money in, if the audiences don't grab it right away and kick it up, the algorithms don't notice people watching, they're just
yeah.
happy to let it just
Oh,
disappear. And you think, I mean, Clint Eastwood's made so many great films, right? The joke would be he's forgotten more about directing than most people have ever learned.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
a
You're right. It totally escaped my radar. I hadn't even, honestly, I might have heard of it when it first hit, but
oh,
if I did, it was such a slight awareness that I
oh.
forgot.
It's fantastic. It's such a great story. I never felt bored during it. I mean, it is the courtroom thriller in a way, but I thought it very much represented both sides incredibly well. Yeah, what a shame. And to think like if Clint Eastwood is getting dumped onto streaming, like who do you have to be now?
Who is
What?
safe? No one is safe.
Oh, yeah.
No one is safe. My goodness. Yeah, there was a there was a Steven Soderbergh film directed a Steven Soderbergh film starring Meryl Streep, Candice Bergen, and Diane
Let,
Wiest.
let them all talk. Let them talk.
Let them talk.
It
Let
was
them all
fantastic. I
talk.
loved it. It was
I
great.
love that film,
Yeah.
and no one caught it because Netflix put
Oh,
it up, and Tiger King, and I think it was like the same weekend Tiger King got released, and so
oh,
Tiger King became the number one thing. Everyone
oh.
signed into Netflix and saw that, and this amazing film completely disappeared, except people like you and I saw it, I guess.
Yeah, and I love Diane Weiss. She's
Oh my God.
timeless and
It's honestly cheating to have a film with actors of that generation who have so much to,
yeah.
the talent is amazing. And I'm like, oh, I always mention that film. All right.
Maybe Clint Eastwood should go Gran Torino on the studio, like with the shot. Like,
I,
why isn't my film in theatrical?
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to. Oh my goodness. Although at this point, he's like, he's probably directed 50, 60, maybe more. So maybe he's less precious about it at this point.
It was just as good, if not, yeah.
And the fact that he's still doing it at his age when most people his age are, walking around with a walker.
Yeah.
Very interesting. All right. Well, question number three is a film you feel is overrated.
This isn't a one film, it's the body of work of Christopher Nolan.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
I
I
feel
love,
like I feel like he's the director of our era and that he's so kind of bombastic and kind of like mind bending, but in a way that feels very shallow to me. And
Well, and I'm with you that, there was an immediacy to the earlier work and an
Yeah.
essentialness. I know some people say it's because he and his brother stopped co-writing, and when he writes a script alone, it's all the emotions gone and it's just purely analytical. But there's definitely certainly been a change since the days, since the early days
Yeah. So
when I hear you. I hear you. Honestly, like some of his films I could watch over and over and over and over. And some, even the ones that people love, I'm like, I don't get anything out of it.
uh,
And some I never finished. So
huh, yeah.
I got your back on that one. And yeah, and you just blew some fanboys' minds.
Well, that's another, I don't know. Yeah, it attracts as like film bro kind of. Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some people who just hold him in too high esteem, probably.
Yeah.
Although some of the films I would say are some of the best ever made, but doesn't make the whole body, like you said, it's the body of work. All
Yeah.
right. Question number four is a lesser known film for people to seek out.
Um, this one I really love, and to give a female director, One Sings, the Other Doesn't by Agnès Varda. It's a French abortion musical drama. Yeah, with plenty of political protest elements in it, and it also has travelogue elements in the film between France and Iran, which is, and she went to shoot in Iran. It's, I don't know how this movie works, but it does. Um,
I love films like that. There's almost nothing more rewarding than enjoying a film and you're looking at it going, I don't even understand how they got it made.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
so unique and original and different.
yeah. Well, Varda is a hero of mine, so I mean, I love almost all her movies. So all her body of work to me is,
Wonderful. Well, a French filmmaker from the 70s and 80s, I assume.
yeah. And they call her the grandmother of the French New Wave. Like she was friends with Godard and like Romer and all of them.
Right. And of course, because she's a woman, she's not the household name the others are.
And she was married to Jacques Demy, who did Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and
There you go. Wow.
uh,
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you for that. You now I got to add the earrings of Madame de
yeah.
and juror number two and one sings the other doesn't. I got to add those to my watch list. Hopefully I'll get some time.
And by the way, there's an excellent Paul Thomas Anderson commentary on Earrings of Madame de when you finish watching it. So that's a real treat to hear him talk about the camera in that movie.
Ooh, did you just give away that you have like a Criterion account?
I did. I canceled it because it doesn't work in Europe.
Oh, right. You
I
would have to
know.
use a
It's a shame.
VPN or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always cool when there's a commentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Paul Thomas Anderson's a very thoughtful
Mhm.
commentary person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Commentarian? I don't know.
I mean, the director of Earrings of Madame de, like Maxwell Fultz, like there are interviews where Stanley Kubrick praises him highly. So I mean, that's all you have to know. If it's,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, well, I will wrap us up hopefully quickly. Thank you so much, Kathy, for taking the time and being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, Jeff, and thanks, Galen, for listening.
Galen. Look at this. I've mentioned someone I graduated. Well, I won't out Galen and I how ridiculously old we are. But yeah, high school was, well, we're about to have this year's our 40th reunion. I guess I just gave it away. Galen, if you're listening, fly out. Come to LA for your high school 40th high school reunion.
Yeah.
God, I'm totally misusing the purpose of this podcast.
But in the movie version, it was never Galen. It was some mysterious random person in Singapore.
Wasn't it? There's someone in Singapore just, is a fan of indie film and is just like sucking up all they can. Good for them. All right. So if you're listening to this, go to the show notes. There will be clickable links for Kathy Meng and your social media and even the social media for your film Willow and Wu, because you do have an Instagram account for Willow and Wu. Also, there will be a link to watch Willow and Wu if and when it's online. It'll be online sometime. You'll let the world have it at some point. And go to discoverindiefilm.com to learn more about this podcast, where we talk to filmmakers on the festival circuit. On social media, it's always at DIFwins. I have quit social media now for 1 full year. It was January of 2025. I said, you know what? No more. And I actually read some books, so it's kind of a nice bonus. So if you write to us, if you go to @DIFwins, my wonderful podcast producer, Karina, who's one of our festival staffers, Karina will answer your stuff, because I try my best not to jump into the world of social media too much. If you take that discoverindiefilm.com and switch it to .org, that is discoverindiefilm.org is the nonprofit that runs 2 festivals in the LA area. I forgot to say this in the previous podcast, but they are both on the Film Freeway Top 100 Best Reviewed list. So out of 14,000 festivals worldwide, Film Invasion Los Angeles and Sherman Oaks Film Festival are both in the top 100 best reviewed by filmmakers. So we're proud of that. So go to discoverindiefilm.org to learn more about those 2 sister festivals and everything about them. And you'll even, I got to put a link to Lima in there. So, and then their cousin in South America was born in 2026 of January 2026. Film Invasion Lima in Peru was born. So there you go. Two LA based, and now we're on another continent, and who knows what's next. So there we go. That's my wrap up. I'll thank you, Kathy, for probably the 17th time.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
And thank you, everyone, for listening.